This league is project not against anyone, not against the commission, not against the promoters. This is my opinion and this is from my side. It is a project, will have space in the market, and we will still see the four belt and the commission and the promoters. The market is huge and no one can delete anyone from this market. For the Ring magazine and the belt of the Ring magazine in this position is in the middle. The Ring magazine will keep the legacy of 103 years. It will not be involved in any of these things. This is something separate. The Ring magazine will focus doing what the Ring magazine has doing in the last more than 100 years.
And there is Turki Alashikh as he sets the record straight on the new boxing league. And what do I feel about that? Honestly, it comes off weak. You know, it's like, okay, well, it's not to replace any of the other belts. But then it's a bigger market for everyone. So basically, you're just making something totally different, but at the same time, we're getting the same thing, because the way it came off, the boxing league, I think, was designed in its original intent to just get rid of all the bullshit, get rid of all the belts, challenge the belts, make them surrender, make them bow down, buy them out like you did the Ring magazine, and let's have a boxing league that involves everyone from A to Z, from rank number 1 to rank number 20, and it'll be one belt per weight class. Now we get another addition to boxing, basically. And so I'm looking at it, you're doing this with Dana White. So Dana White pretty much gets his wish because he signed in on it. And this is his introduction to boxing, because we know he's been trying to get in boxing for the last 3 or 4 years, 3 to 5 years, right? And this is his way to do it, of just calling it a league. But what's good is a league when you still have all the other bullshit out there? That's like having the NBA, but then having all these other representatives of the same sport. It makes no sense, you know, and it's almost like he's kind of stepping back and backtracking and trying not to upset anyone. And in fact, that's exactly what he's supposed to have done. He's supposed to challenge the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, the IBO. He was supposed to challenge all of these sanctioning bodies and make them understand, like, hey, it's a new guy on the scene. We're cleaning up the sport by introducing this boxing league where, if you guys are lucky and if you've done your job in your sanctioning body the right way, you may get a job in this boxing league. If not, tough shit. WBC, it starts with you. You got to go. Then the WBA, then probably the WBO, then maybe some of the people from the IBF. And I would vouch for the people from the IBF to be hired by the boxing league. That's what I thought was going to happen. No, you're just doing a collaboration with Dana White. That's all I see. A collaboration with Dana White. And he's welcome to the sport by your help, with your support, by calling this new whatever, basically another belt, the boxing league belt. That's what we're having. That's what we're seeing. And in this league, how is it going to differ from all those people that are cleaned on to the rankings that we already have from these sanctioning bodies? We already have. what's going to be the difference. See, those and this type of stuff bothers me because it's like the more things supposed to change, the more it remains the same. You know, when he came on there and he said no other belts except the Ring magazine, that was that was me going, oh, wait a minute. He's not allowing the belt, so he's pretty much lining the platform and the idea from jump. Okay, and that was when he first announced the boxing league. So I'm thinking he's going to go in compliance with his own rules, his own new rules, his own regulations, his own untampered rules, untampered regulations, you know, and I thought that's what it's going to be. No, you're just making another league for other people, so you're just creating another belt. So you're creating pretty much another problem, because that's the problem with boxing. We have too much of this shit. If you're not trying to eliminate the problems, you're trying to add more to the problems. That's what I see. That's all this really is. I'm making a boxing league that's supposed to be better than all the things that are already here, but then yet I'm not trying to challenge them to get the hell out of here. Right? That's all I'm saying, and I don't like it. I don't like this cleanup speech from Turkey. I don't like it. Love what he's done for the sport thus far, but the boxing league to me is unnecessarily just from the addition to Dana White. And who's to say he's going to treat those guys right? Because if he starts shortchanging those boxers like he did those UFC cats, he's going to be out of business real soon, and Turkey will lose a lot of money because Dana White has known not to treat all of his fighters the same. Selected few, i.e. Conor McGregor or Anderson Silva, but those are only a selected amount. Not overall. Boxers get paid more, and if he doesn't know how to pay these boxers, they're going to go back to the IBF, WBA, WBC, IBF, even IBO. They're going to go back to what they know because you're not paying them enough. So hopefully Turkey can implement the pay and Dana White can implement the structure. But then what good is it if we can't bring those guys that are stuck to these sanctioning bodies over to the boxing league? So it's just interesting to see what's going to take place with this new boxing league. But you guys tell me what you think of this latest post from Turki Alashikh and his latest speech on the boxing league. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.